taken into the back of the van, back to the police station, and then spent the evening in a police cell. And I thought, I don't want you upsetting the mood of the party. So I said, I'd rather you didn't go. I said, I'd rather you gone when we get back. And we got back and she had gone. I've had a lot of nasty comments since I've been in Thailand. I've never seen anything like it. And it gets you down sometimes.
How you doing, everybody? Pete here from Thairish Times. Hope you're doing well. So 8 months ago, I interviewed Darren John from England, and at that moment, December 2024, Darren was in the process of moving from London to the city of sin, Pattaya in Thailand. So 8 months on, we're going to do a follow-up with him, see how he's doing. How's life going for him? What's life like there for him? A lot of you will know him from his YouTube channel. Darren was making content in and around London for a couple of years before he moved to Thailand, and had a big plan, move with the channel and make Thailand content, and hopefully it was going to work out for him. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about a relationship he had. He spoke about it on his channel recently. He had a relationship that it's ended. He's going to talk about that, and he's also going to talk about, I have the exclusive on this one, he's going to talk about him getting arrested after, I think he was in Thailand maybe a couple of weeks, and he was arrested by the Thai police. He's going to tell that story as well. And then he's going to talk about the trolls on his channel. He does get a lot of heat in the comment section. A lot of the comments are funny. I will say that. They're witty. There's good banter there. And, I appreciate a bit of banter every now and then. You have to have a comment section that's people are putting in interesting, funny, witty remarks. But he also gets a lot of hate, a lot of trolls, a lot of criticism. And I'm going to ask him questions about that as well. So hope you enjoyed the video, folks. Let's go straight to meet Darren. I'll leave a link for his channel down below in the comment section and in the description box. Cheers.
Darren, I mean, yeah, like I was just saying to you, 8 months, a lot of changes in your life since we last spoke. It was like mid-December and you were getting ready to go to Thailand. And I thought at the time, he's going before Christmas. Why is he not going to spend Christmas in the UK? But then there you went anyway. And I've been watching your videos for months now. And yeah, you've had some huge changes going on. So tell us, how has the last 8 months been for you?
Culture-wise and living here-wise, I absolutely love it. I came here very unknown, as in I didn't know what to expect, because it was a very quick decision. But the reason I made the decision was because I lost the contract on my job. They didn't renew it. And I thought, I don't see the point in renting out my apartment in the Docklands, London, for months on end, hoping I can get another contract. So because of the holiday I had here a few months before, and I loved being in Thailand, I thought, well, why not move to Thailand? So that's what I did. So it was a very, maybe rash decision, but I'm glad I did it. It's I'm learning every day. I don't claim to know everything about Thailand, because I don't, but that's what I love about being here. Learning their culture, learning the way they are, because at the end of the day, we're living in their country, so we have to go along with what they do.
And at the time, you knew you had a revenue stream because you knew you could make videos over in Thailand. Have the audience from the UK that followed your London vlogs and UK vlogs, have they followed you over and watched the Thailand stuff?
Some have, but I'll be honest, the month of December, my YouTube income was £6,000 because of the views I was getting, because all of a sudden I'm making this big move to Thailand. So the views were really good. So I thought, well, that's going to continue when I'm in Thailand. But that wasn't the case. So yeah, my views have gone down considerably since I left London, but I still have some good support with the people that do follow me, so I appreciate them.
I saw in your video you went from you said you went from £6,000 to £1,500
On YouTube, yeah.
That's some jump. That's a big jump or big fall down.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was gradual. So, we're 8 months in now, and now I'm £1,500 on YouTube.
And is that
So
sustainable, Darren? Are you going to try and build it up again? I mean, you could probably on a good month you could probably get, two and a half, start building it up again. But YouTube is always up and down.
yeah, I mean, it's over £2,000 anyway. But uh, don't forget, YouTube take the tax off before they pay you. So that's that's not gross, but that's what I get. So yeah, hopefully it will get better. I mean, it's very hard as well to have so many YouTubers here doing similar content.
Thailand has
Because
been vlogged to death. Nothing is original anymore, isn't it?
no, I mean, that's why I miss London, because every video I did, I was able to give a little history lesson as well. Whereas in Thailand, not the case. I just do the video and hope people watch.
What is the plan, Darren? Because I'm watching your videos and I do get the feeling that you miss London, even when you're saying it there. And it's true, your videos in London were great, and you did have that historical knowledge. You walk down the street and you can name this building, and all you can give information about it. And you can't do that in Thailand. I couldn't do it when I was there in Bangkok. Plus, in Bangkok, it doesn't have the same deep cultural historical buildings as London or Dublin. In Bangkok and Pattaya, like an old building can pretty much be knocked and it can build an apartment block on it. There's so they do kind of and they have beautiful temples as well. Don't get me wrong, they do have culture in Thailand. But I do get the feeling that you miss London. Will you go back, or what's the plan?
There isn't a plan. I mean, absolutely, I miss London. Miss my family. Um, Although we speak all the time, video calls, etc. But yeah, I mean, of course, I love London. It was where I was born, so it is my home. Um, I even thought I could, could I go back into health and safety management back in London? Maybe. If I was given a good offer, maybe I'll take it. I don't know, but for the time being, um, I gave my subconscious a year just to see where I am, just to find my feet. Because my mum's coming out in November for a month, so that'd be nice. My daughter was over in May, so I get lots of visitors. But yeah, to answer the question, do I miss London? Absolutely, yeah.
But you do know the longer you stay in Thailand, the harder it is to leave. You get more accustomed to the weather. And who wants to go back to London in November and December? Well, January, cold, dreary London in January. I mean, it is hard. You're going to have beautiful weather there in January. I mean, the longer you stay in Thailand, it is going to be harder to leave.
Yeah, and you take the weather for granted here. You really do. I mean, I've had friends that live here that have been back to the UK recently just to visit, and they've come back and said we couldn't wait to come back, and they all say that. So that's quite interesting.
Thailand's addictive. But
Yeah,
what about you said in one of your videos recently that you get lonely sometimes. Are you lonely?
yeah. I mean, I don't wake up every day and think, oh, I'm lonely, but now and again, when I'm not, I try to keep busy. So when I'm not busy, that's the time where you sort of think, But yeah, I mean, we can all get lonely, I think, wherever we are.
I mean, Darren, you're in a melting pot there. Like it's you're in like Pattaya. It's a wild place. I mean, you did a video there. You went down soy six. I mean, it's just absolutely mental. And a lot of people like it's the real test of temptation. Every kind of temptation is there. Um, what's it like living there? I mean, just going to get you're going to get a pint of milk in the morning. You're going to 7-Eleven to get some milk, and all of a sudden you're accosted by, "Come in my barn, come on, handsome man," and you get all that. What's it like living in there?
That's why I like living in Pratamac, because you don't get that. It's just a very quiet suburb of Pattaya. So I probably go into town. I call it town, maybe once a week. Because like you say, you don't want to go out and everywhere you go is hello, welcome. You don't want it, So it's I have a local bar where the girls in there are just, they're all in relationships. They're just there to serve you drinks and food, and that's what I like about the bar. You just get left alone. If you want to buy them a drink, of course, but that's as far as it goes. It's a proper pub. So yeah, I don't really go into town that much. If I do, it's usually the daytime. If I want to go to 7-Eleven, I might go into town and use their 7-Elevens because just for a bit of scenery,
Scenery's always nice.
Yeah.
What about do you get recognized when you go into town then by your subscribers?
I do, yeah, I do. And so far, touch wood, they've all been very, very nice and kind. So yeah,
You've never had a nasty experience. Some guy said, "Hey, I don't like your videos. You said this in a video and you're wrong."
No, I've never actually met someone in person do that. I've had a lot of nasty comments since I've been in Thailand, and you just got to rise above it. Sometimes it's tough because I just think, really? I went to the solicitors this week, got some professional advice about a work permit, and 30% of the people in the comments were saying I've been misguided. I think, well, what else can I do? I go and seek advice from a professional, and that's it as far as I'm concerned. But I'm always wrong, apparently.
Yeah, your comment section is something I've never seen before. It's very unusual. You get a lot of nasty comments, and you do have a lot of people support you as well. But it's like an army of people like just disagree with you. I don't know, like I'm trying to work it out because I was really looking at the comments of all the different videos today before this interview. Are they people that have you watched your London content and then come over? Or are they just trolls that you've picked up along the way, or
Yeah,
how did they jump on your channel?
I'll be honest. In London, when I had the channel, 1%, not even, were giving me nasty. I wouldn't say negative because I'll accept negative, but nasty, unnecessary comments. Didn't get hardly any at all. But since moving here, oh my life, I've never seen anything like it. And it gets you down sometimes. You think, well, I don't know what else to do. I'm just doing what I've always done. I wear my heart on my sleeve, right or wrong. That's me. And I'm just trying to just give honest content. And I just think if people don't like it, just turn it off. You don't have to be nasty, But there you go. It is what it is. So I've got to just go with it.
Why do you think there are so many nasty comments? Because I mean, in your videos, you're going about your life in Thailand. You're doing food reviews, and then you'll get a string of comments going, "What are you doing making food reviews? Go back to making regular stuff." Then you'll make regular stuff, and then people will be like complaining, "Go back to London. We want to see vlogs in London." It's like you can't win whatever you make. But why do you think there's so many of these comments?
Don't know. I really don't know. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing the same videos, but somewhere else. I mean, granted, they're not. There's not as much content because I used to add the history and stuff, but I'm doing the same videos. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm treading on people's toes out here that have been doing it for years. I really don't know, Pete, to be honest.
Is it because you're putting it all out there? I mean, you're vlogging your life. You had your daughter come over. You filmed that, and you're showing your life, and you're talking about your life. Well, a lot of YouTubers would make a video, but they'd make the video about the food. But you'll make the video about the food, but you'll also eat it, and you'll talk about what's going on in your life as well, and that all kind of
Yeah.
opens the door for people to criticize you.
Maybe, but again, if because I'm adding that, angle of me, not just the food, people might not like that. But again, if you don't like it, why do you keep watching and making bad comments? It doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't know the answer, to be honest.
And Darren, when you got there, I mean, you were in a relationship for a while, were you?
Yeah, in April, I met someone through a friend. Um, yeah, got on really well. Lovely girl. She was a golf caddy up near Bangkok. Yeah, we was together for 4 or 5 weeks, and you get to know the real person, don't you? When you
Do you want
spend
to tell us
time.
what happened?
Well, nothing really happened. I think that was it. Nothing happened. She'd lay in bed and watch Netflix all day while I'm out working, and then we go out for dinner, and then we come back, and then she'd go to bed, put Netflix on, and it just became, yeah, I'm good. I can't do this.
Yeah,
And
so
that's pretty much
she just
it.
wanted to chill out all day.
Yeah, which is okay, but there was no communication. It was like living on your own, with a lodger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What? How did you break the news to her?
Um, she didn't like bars. She didn't like going to bars. So when my daughter was over, it was her birthday, so I threw a birthday party for her in a bar. And she said, what time we go? And I said, you don't like bars. And she said, well, no, it'd be okay. And that was kind of the trigger for me. And I said, no, because I don't want, and she was quite a miserable person as well, as I found out. And I thought, I don't want you, uh, you know, upsetting the mood of the party. So I said, I'd rather you didn't go. And then I made the decision. I said, I'd rather you gone when we get back. And we got back and she had gone.
Wow. And had she met your daughter?
Yeah, and my daughter was, I got a 2-bedroom condo, so my daughter was with her boyfriend in the other room. So we was all living here.
And what did your daughter see? Did you break up with a girlfriend when your daughter was there? That was a bit strange, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but the daughter understood because she'd been out a few times with us,
Right.
and she could see, I mean, it's not a good look when you're sitting there with a face like a smack bum.
Especially at the start when you only know someone a couple of weeks. You're supposed to be in the honeymoon phase then. You're supposed to be smiling at each other all lovey-dovey.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was then I realised that um, you just want someone to take care of you. You don't want to do anything for it. You just want to be looked after, which a lot of them do. But take care of me as well. I take
Yeah.
care of you. You take care of me, and I didn't get that.
What's your opinions on that, Darren? Because you're in an area where, like you said, a lot of the women there, they want a guy with money. And how do you feel about that when you're there and you might meet someone you think like, oh, are they in it for do they like me or do they just want to live off my money?
Well, I've learned now that I get to know the person first. I mean, this is an exclusive, by the way. I've lived on my own for 8 months since I've been here, but I've had a lodger move in yesterday. There in the spare room, and that is because I got to know her, and we become friends. So nothing underlying about it. We're just friends, and that's the route I like to go down now. I get to know someone, before, well, not before, but just get to know someone and trust each other. And that's what we got at the moment. So, yeah, it helps me out, helps her out. And
So do you think anything more could develop? Could it develop more than friends?
um, probably not because we've been friends for a while. She's a lovely girl, but, you know, not for me. Look at me, I'm making choices. But yeah, no, she's lovely. But yeah, we'll just stay friends, I think.
You never know, Darren. It might be a knock on your door in late night. Can I come into this
What?
bedroom?
Well, you never know.
Okay, so you sent me a message or an email there about a week ago, and you mentioned something. I thought, wow, I mean, I haven't seen this on your channel. And I did go looking for it to see if there was a video on it, and I couldn't find anything. Um, I'm not even gonna ask the question. I'm just gonna let you take it away.
Okay. Yeah, so New Year's Eve was here. Um, so everyone's having a great time. Got to the end of the night. And remember, I lived in Nha Jomtien then. So 10 kilometers from the bar I was in. So now we've got the problem. We're trying to get a taxi home. And because it's New Year's Eve, everyone's doing the same. So we waited an hour. Couldn't get one. So I've done the thing that a lot of people do, which I don't agree with, but I had my hired scooter with me, so let's just get on the scooter and get home. And then a couple of miles down the road, there was a police roadblock, and they were breathalyzing people because it's New Year's Eve. So got breathalyzed over the limit. So taken into the back of the van, and then back to the police station, and then spent the evening in a police cell.
Wow, what was that like?
I don't recommend it because you don't know what to expect. You walk in the police station and then you just walk through the back, and then all of a sudden we came to this cell with the iron struts, just like you imagine it to be, concrete floor. There was 12, 13 guys all laying on the concrete floor. The only space left was by the urinal, and that was my space, of course. So no blanket, no pillow, nothing. You have a concrete floor. So that was my New Year's Eve. I spent it on the prison cell, and then woke up the next day, and still no one knows what's happening. And we all got handcuffed together, and then we get marched out to the police van. It was like, you've seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with the child catcher,
Yeah.
and then when they walk in, all the things drop down, and it's just like a cage. That's what it was like. It was awful. So we drove somewhere, because it was all in Thai. I wasn't sure what it was, but we sat there for like 10 minutes, and then we got taken back in the truck back to the police station. So I don't know what that was. And then we got moved to another cell because more people were coming in. So now there's about 20 of us in the cell. And then this guy came over and said, "I'm going to be your interpreter because we're going to go to court." I said, "Right, okay." So then we went to court. We had to wait our turn. And it was all on a laptop screen. It was a proper courtroom, but there was no judge. The judge was on a laptop. So that's how it was done, like a live feed. And then I got fined 11,000 baht, a slap on the wrist, and then I was let go about midday the next day.
Wow.
So that was my New Year's Eve.
So that was it. You
And
were you put off the road then? Are you banned?
no,
Okay. That's all right. I suppose not too. I mean, you got that experience. Why did you not make a video about that at the time? You would have been in Thailand probably 4 or 5 weeks at the time, or 3 or 4 weeks.
I think more embarrassment, to be honest, and then people really seeing, the honesty. I mean, I'm honest anyway, but I mean that was a bridge too far, really, because I did wrong. I don't condone drink driving. So I thought by doing a video, I'm just digging my own hole. Especially with the trolls starting, I thought, oh, they're going to be all over this. They'll probably be all over this anyway, but it's what happened. I did wrong, and I got my punishment. I don't recommend one night in one of them cells. I really don't.
Were you the only foreigner in the cell, or were there other
There
guys
was
in there?
two others.
And did they know the system? Did someone explain to you this is what's probably going to happen?
Yeah, one guy was in this. It wasn't his first rodeo. He was saying, "Ah, it'll be fine. You'll get a fine." And I said, "But when will that be?" Because I'm thinking, how long am I here? A week? I don't know. So, I had to pay the interpreter 1,000 as well. He come and made sure he got his money.
Well, at least, I mean, look at the positive side. You have something to talk about, you know. It's a good story down the line. You know, you're inside a Thai prison cell, and you're a YouTuber. I mean, it's the people are gonna jump. They will jump all over the story, of course they will. Especially if
Yeah,
I put it in the title, Darren John locked up in Thailand, and a picture of prison bars behind you. People are just
yeah,
gonna be
go
like,
for it.
click, 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 click. Oh my God, click.
Well, that's exactly what my thumbnail was going to be if I'd have done it. No, you can have it.
What about oh yeah, so yeah, another one, Darren, you got a lot of heat for this there last week or the week before, where you said that, you know, your YouTube revenue went down from £6,000 to £1,500, and then a couple of sentences later you said you're thinking of buying a Daisy Duke motorbike, a Ducati motorbike, and then people were like, what are you doing? You're saying your money's going down and you're gonna pay. I googled that. It's like that's 1.3 million baht. That's about what, 29, 30 British pounds. I mean, that's a lot of
Yeah,
money.
the 20,000, about 20,000, because I paid that for my other one. Maybe it's 2025 now. But yeah, but that's the thing, Pete. People don't listen to what I say. I said I like to have goals. So my goal would now be to get another Daisy Duke. There's a
Okay.
difference between having a goal and saying I'm going to buy. Do you know what I mean? That's
You
all I
want to
was
work
saying.
towards it.
Absolutely. Everyone, we all should have goals. I like to set a target. And that would probably be, without a doubt, one of my goals anyway, to have another Ducati, just like the one I have. So I didn't say I was buying one. I just said that will be my next goal. So if I do well in my business, which is why I got the work permit, um, then who knows? I might be able to get another one.
If I was to say to you now, Darren, you could go back to the UK, you know, in the perfect world, and you could start making videos again. If you knew you'd get up 60, 70, 80, 100,000 subscribers, but you'd be back in London, or you could stay in Thailand, kind of continue on what you're doing now, which option would you take?
If it was just YouTube, um, I would seriously think about London. But because I want to start this business, that might help a lot and bring YouTube back to a hobby rather than a job. So if that's the case, then I'll stay here as long as I can. But if I didn't have a business and it was just YouTube, I'll give that some serious thought.
Do you feel under pressure to make videos? You wake up and go, "Oh, I need to make a video today. I'm not really sure what I'm going to film. I have to get something out because I need to get something out, 2 videos a week or whatever you're putting out there."
I did do that. There was a time when I thought, well, I need to do a video every day to make it sustainable. So I'm guilty of. I did a few videos for video's sake, and that's a bad move. And I've promised myself I won't do that again. Like yesterday, I didn't do a video because I didn't have one and I couldn't think of a good content, so I just left it alone. And I've learned to do that because people don't want to see a video of nothing. That it just. What was the I can't remember now. You touched on it early on in the video. I can't remember, but I did it, and I lost about 100 subscribers just by being honest. And I thought, oh my
The
God.
solicitor video, was it? The last one?
No,
Let me see.
it's about a month ago. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's a tough old world, isn't it? But you just got to crack on.
How about your health? I saw in one of your videos you said you put on 10 kg recently.
Yeah, I lost 15, so I was down to 16 stone. And then my daughter come out, and we had the best 2 weeks ever. So we was eating, drinking, and then she went home, and it's just I just carried on for a few more days. And then a month goes past, doesn't it? And yeah, that's when I put 10 back on. So yeah, I'm guilty of. I just love my food, Pete. I can't help it.
You're a foodie, aren't you?
Yeah, and all the wrong food as well. It's who wants to eat a salad?
So you have a plan to like work it off? Are you gonna go to the gym or is there a plan?
Yeah, I've got a gym here. It's just motivation. It's just, get it off your ass and do it because you're the only person that can. But it's just getting, when I'm in a mindset, I'm all or nothing. I'm so in it, but I just got to get that engaged. I've got all the facilities here I need. I've got a pool, I've got a gym, I've got everything. But I'm just enjoying my food. I've just been to the Golden Ferret for lunch and I had lasagna and homemade chips, and they do the best homemade chips. But again, it's not good for you, is it?
Yeah, I mean, do you find it because of the hot weather? I mean, it is hard to exercise sometimes, but like you said, you have all the facilities there, but the heat can take a toll on your body. You need to, for me, like I used to have to take 10-20 minute nap every day about 4 o'clock just to recharge because the heat was just draining. Do you find that?
It's funny. If I eat carbs, I want to sleep all the time. But when I do the protein diet, my energy levels triples and I don't need to sleep in the daytime. So I know what I need to do, but I just need to think, right, I'm gonna have steak and eggs this morning instead of fish and chips,
And it's the beers as well, going out in the evening and having just a casual 3-4 beers.
Yeah, the beers, I mean, I convinced myself because I drink San Miguel Zero, there's no sugar in it and it's good for you.
I don't know how you could drink San Miguel Zero. Is that there's no taste off that? What about Leo? Do you like Leo?
I do like Leo. Um, that was my beer before I went on to San Miguel's. Chang, I find too strong for me, but Leo's okay. Singer's quite strong as well. Again, I'm not really a beer drinker, so that's why I'm a bit of a wuss. And I like because San Miguel Zero is only 3% alcohol, so it enables me to drink more instead of having 3 or 4 bottles and getting drunk.
And how many beers would you have like on a night out?
Oh, about 30. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know. It depends. If I like to tonight, funny enough, it's a friend of mine's girlfriend's birthday, so it'd probably be 10 or 12 beers tonight.
Oh, this is a big one, is it?
Yeah, it's a what I call a night out rather than just go to the pub for an hour or two. You know what I mean?
You going into
Uh,
town?
no, it's in Pattaya actually.
Okay. I mean, do you find like for me, if I was there, Darren, I'd be like, it'd be, I love a pint. I love going out and have a bit of banter and a couple of beers, and I think that would be my. I think I would be just a little bit. It'd be dangerous for me. I think I could go out too often because and you can go out every night, a Monday night, a Tuesday night. It's the same as a Saturday night. Do you
Yeah.
find that it's just a temptation there? Just let's go out and have a drink.
Again, probably the first 3 months I was here, 100%. But now it's like because I've got my Netflix and everything, I can just have a normal night in, you know. And I'm not one for drinking at home on my own. I'll never have been.
But you're not on
So,
your own now.
well, no, she's got her own room, but um, yeah, not so much now. Probably 3 nights a week I go out and have a drink. But again, in London, I go out once a week. Crazy.
Do you find Thailand expensive? I mean, even though it's cheap compared to London, but you're going out and you're buying. You can still find yourself spending a lot of money. Do you find it cheap or expensive?
Um, Bit of both. I mean, you get the odd bars, especially low season, that would do their specials. I mean, there's some bars now between 3 and 7, they're doing 39 baht beers, like any bowl, which is ridiculous. That's cost price. Um, so there's that if you want it, but then I think it comes down to where you're comfortable drinking. I like the environment in Pratamak. I like the bars I go in. They're a bit more expensive. I might pay 70 or 80 baht for a bottle, but I'd rather that and have a social evening than just sit on my own and have a cheap beer, if that makes sense.
What about the characters over in Pattaya? I mean, you do see some interesting people sometimes. You might see some old codger and he's wearing like a wife beater and he's got just the style and the fashion. You're like, where's this guy come from? What's his story? Like, you've all sorts there. What do you think of some of the characters around the place?
Yeah, I mean, again, anywhere you go in the world, you're gonna meet characters, but
Yeah, but Darren, if you walk down Beach Road, you're gonna see someone like, what's that guy? What's he doing over here? What's this fella doing?
yeah, yeah,
You're like, well, how am I gonna answer this one?
yeah. That's tough. Move on.
I have to live here, Pete. Don't ask me these questions.
That reminded me when I lost the 50 subscribers. It was when I went down soy six
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
because that's not my channel, and people didn't like it because it's never been my channel. And I'll probably say that it was the UK viewers that unsubscribed because all of a sudden they're seeing a very different
Yeah.
content, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was when I saw that video, I did think like, oh, Darren, you're definitely going. It's definitely you're veering off, from vlogging the Tower of London or whatever back in the day to going down
Yeah,
Soy 6 where there's literally hundreds of women on the streets, scantily
yeah,
clad and available for
yeah. I
sex.
mean, yeah. So I did it once, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, Darren, look, it's been a pleasure, man. I wish you all the best. I'll leave a link down below for your channel. I'll pin it in the comment section as well. And let's do it again in a couple of months, say, around
Yeah,
Christmas or whatever, or even after, maybe January, February. We'll get a 6 month update then and just see how you're going.
yeah, perfect.
All right,
Great,
you
great
enjoy
speaking
yourself
with you.
there
Thanks,
with
Pete.
your new
Appreciate
lodger. You
it.
behave yourself.
I will.
See you later. Take it easy.
Yeah, mate.
Bye
Take it
bye.
easy.